Hi everybody, this is your weekly horoscope starting Monday the 27th of February and going through until Sunday the 5th of March. It's really nice to be with you today, and this is a very changeable week. Now, Monday the 27th of February starts very gently. We've got the moon in Pisces conjuncting Chiron in Pisces, and it also sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So Monday is really all about focusing on healing and getting back to your own sense of equilibrium, especially after the week we've had. Last week being very emotional and intense, and having that solar eclipse, which was really about letting go all of those emotions that had built up over the week, and now kind of getting back to a place of things being on a more even keel, feeling more kind of stable and solid within yourself, and really just getting back to a place of things are okay. So make some time to pamper yourself, make some time, if you can on a Monday, make some time to kind of let the dust settle a bit and just get back to your own regular usual self. Now, it's on Tuesday the 28th of February that the moon goes into Aries at 4:53 in the morning, and that's based on London time. And also the moon in Aries conjuncts Venus in Aries. So this is the real beginning of the week. It's really good to launch new ventures before Venus goes into retrograde on the 4th of March, which I'll talk about in a minute. And it's also excellent for love and romance, especially if you have to overcome inner fears. So any new beginnings, any starts that you kind of have to manage and pioneer and lead, Tuesday is an ideal day for that. So this is really when the week starts to feel like it's got a bit of pace to it, and things are starting to move forward in a way that's actually, things are moving. Now, this is why the week is so changeable, because on Wednesday the 1st of March, we've got the Sun in Pisces and it conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, and this is totally different than Tuesday. Wednesday is very, very ethereal in nature. It's an amazing day for intuitives and mediums. It's also good for emotional breakthroughs and manifestation work. And even before you get to the manifestation work, it's good for realizing what your own hopes and dreams are, what they actually are. If you never have had an inkling of what you're meant to do with your life, or who you are as an individual or as a person, it's really a good day to discover that and to connect with the higher self, the universe, what's going on for you emotionally and internally. And that's very different to Tuesday, which is all about being practical and starting new things and pioneering and having ideas and launching new ventures. On Thursday, the 2nd of March, the moon goes into Taurus at 7:44 in the morning, again based on London time. This moon then in Taurus, it sextiles Mercury in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, and the Sun in Pisces. Now, there's a sense of luxury and being in touch with your own body on this day. Watch out for big shopping sprees. If you see something that will look absolutely glorious on you, you will have to have it. So just be aware of that. Manifestation work and romance are also supported by the astrology on this day. So it's really positive in different areas. So Thursday is the one day of the week where things are good in several different areas. On Friday the 3rd of March, we've got this Taurus moon now sextiling the Sun in Pisces and also trining Pluto in Capricorn. So this is the most practical of all the days this week. You actually have the focus to get practical matters dealt with. And you know, we've had the Sun in Pisces for a little while now. We've also had a lot of other energy that's really not been very much geared towards getting things done. So a lot of the earth signs have kind of struggled with a sense of control or a sense of practicality. And things have been very emotional, and things have been very kind of to do with the unmanifest and the emotional side of life. So this is the day, Friday the 3rd of March, that is the most practical of all the days of the week. And then we go into Saturday the 4th of March. We've got the moon going into Gemini at 10:07 in the morning, which means that communication becomes easier. But also, and this is the big important thing here, we've got Venus going retrograde until the 14th of April. And this is really important, one, because it's a personal planet, just like Mercury or Mars. And when Mercury goes retrograde, that's really significant. And when Mars goes retrograde, same thing. The retrogrades really are most significant as they apply to the personal planets, okay? Venus is the one that retrogrades most rarely, and it only retrogrades every year and a half, so this is important. So, Venus is the planet of love and beauty, of creativity, of new ventures, of new beginnings. And when it's in retrograde, it's really important to avoid certain things. When Venus is in retrograde, meeting the man or woman of your dreams is very unlikely, because what happens is that you meet someone who appears to be perfect and ideal, but then in retrospect or in hindsight was a mistake and wasn't the ideal partner. And it's that kind of thing. It's about being kind of tricked into seeing something that you want to see, and love becoming trickier and having those rose-tinted spectacles on. Also, if you're planning a wedding, this is not the ideal time to plan a wedding from this 4th of March until the 14th of April, because obviously Venus, the planet of love and creativity and beauty, rules weddings, so that is not the perfect timing to have this kind of event. It's also not ideal to launch a new business venture or to have the big launch party during this time, because again, it's about pioneering something and starting something new that you care about, that you love. If you're doing it during this time, it kind of inherits these problems of Venus retrograde, where it's difficult to see the wood for the trees and things become more difficult to discern and to get a clear view of. Now, what it is good for, Venus retrograde, is to get over an ex that you're still pining for in some way. So if you're still carrying the torch a little bit and you still are hoping that this is going to become something, or that you're still going to hear back, it's a really good time to kind of do the inner work and to let go of that once and for all. Sunday, the 5th of March, we've got the first quarter moon at 11:34 in the morning. First quarter moon is basically when the moon is on its way from being a new moon, totally black, to being a full moon. So there's a sense of anticipation and energy building up here. We also have the moon in Gemini, and it forms a lot of relationships on this day with a lot of other planets. It squares Neptune in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, and the Sun in Pisces, and Chiron in Pisces. So there's a lot of increased spiritual energy on this day. Halloween has come early this year. It's similar to Wednesday in a sense that there's a great potential to connect with the higher self in the spiritual realms. So it's ideal for mediums and intuitives and people who do spiritual healing, psychic healing, that kind of thing. It's also good to connect with the higher self in the sense of I'm trying to discover what I'm about, what I want to be doing with my life, and what the messages are from my higher self. So it's a very interesting week, very changeable. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next week.